同じくジャッジオーストラリアカール・ザピア。同じくジャッジカナダリチャード・ブロアン。
In case you are wondering, that name is Australian Greek until immediately.
And what else I'm wondering? Why Kameda got second?
Oh, because he is the hometown boy.
No, it shouldn't matter. The champion should be called last.
He did it for Jerry Cooney, unfortunately. It has happened in the past. Here are your judges: Philippines, Canada, Australia. We'll see if they will be necessary as we start round number 1. Angelo Leo, Tomoki, Kameda. First defense for Angelo Leo.
Kameda has a 1.5-inch height advantage, which is pretty obvious, but Leo has a 1.5-inch reach advantage.
Start coming to play with the jabs, right?
You said it in the beginning, Chris. The jab and the right hand have been the money punches for him. Yes, he won by the left hook last time out. Those straight punches have been key.
Yeah,
starting out with that piston jab.
Those are his best weapons. His finisher is his left hook. You know, that's but he sets the table with the jabs and the right hands.
Leo, of course, in the blue and white. Kameda in the tricolores, the red, white, and green. And Hicanito, his nickname, taking on the Mexican-American.
Tactical feel out around here to open things up.
No surprise, both these fighters know what it's like to be a world champion.
Big swinging left hook to the body there, attempted by Leo, falls short. Kameda does have that long torso. Targeting the body is a good idea. Nice stiff jab down the middle, splits the guard from Leo.
Last time we saw him in the ring, August of last year, against Rato Dynamini. I was in Japan as well, won that by split decision.
Yeah, that was a revenge fight. Yeah. He had lost in the prior meeting.
Split decision first time around, won a split second time, both very close fights. Both fighters working real hard to establish the jab in round 1.
Yeah. You know, we were talking about early on that, you know, it's a good idea for Leo to establish that jab, but you know, with the long torso and height of Kameda, you know, Kameda could also do well to establish that jab.
Both guys showing really good reactions.
Yeah, more tactical fight than the first one we had, you know, for sure. Guys are already changing looks, changing heights. Like I said, this is a feel out round, try to see what kind of reactions they get from the opponents so far.
And they may have sparred, but that was years ago. In a co-main event, those two fighters had fought last time out, July of last year, so they knew each other very, very well.
And even when you've sparred, the speed of things is different with 8-ounce gloves. You know, so you gotta still have to get that adjustment with the speed changes when the small gloves are on. And it hurts more too, of course. the biggest factor.
No headgear, more sting on those punches.
Round 2.
Angelo Leo, 25-1. Last time out we saw him was winning this title at 126 pounds against Fernando Lopez. That also August of last year. Both guys have had the equal time off since their last fight.
And Leo came out with a lead left hook to the body.
Landed it nice too.
He landed it, which is interesting. This early to go for a shot like that.
Yeah, he went for it in the first round. He came up short with it. So I think the part of the game plan for Team Leo might be to get to that body and that long torso. It's just a matter of, is he going to be able to close the gap enough, close range enough on a consistent enough basis to get there consistently.
I think that's always a tactical move by Team Leo. They're good body punchers. They're consistent with the body work with both hands, actually. But also, you got a guy like Kameda who fights tall and has a long torso with shorter arms.
And he's using his jab to hold range. Is Kameda.
Yeah, he's fighting a very disciplined fight. He's going to open up at some point because that's
who he is.
That's what butters his bread. But so far, extremely tactical, very, very smart and strategic. But There comes Leo, attacking the body. Even those shots you block on the elbows, those elbows bang into you. You feel those body shots.
Leo went for the big one there.
Yeah. I like the changeup from Leo. He's coming out. He's using his jab. Very, very tactical, but he'll still throw one.
Yes.
Throw one mean, nasty one in the mix.
Yeah. No,
Oof. So will kameda.
He whips in the left hook to the body, left hooks to the head. He hasn't landed anything crazy yet, but just the fact that you show them already has to keep your opponent honest as well.
Good head moving from Leo off the left hook from kameda. Ducked it twice.
It's one of those big shots can change the course of a fight. Can change the course of a round. Can change the course of a fight. Can end a fight. Both guys are throwing some big shots.
I wondered when kameda would start committing to his punches. Looks like round 2. Starting to throw in some bigger shots.
Oh, another good body shot from Leo.
Yeah, Leo's been opening up more with the left hook this round. There it is again.
But back comes kameda with the double left hook, body and head. Landed a good one upstairs.
You did say butter his bread, champ. So
Yep.
I think one good hook deserves another. We may start seeing these left hooks start whipping in there from both these guys.
We asked Robert Garcia last week. We said, don't hook with the hooker, but who is the hooker in this fight? He goes, well, depends on who you ask and depends on what style.
I think Leo is winning the battle of the jab right now.
Yeah, this round he's imposed it more.
And I believe that it's only a matter of time before we see more kameda doing more of that, where he's letting his combinations go and throwing a lot of left hands.
Kind of boning it through the front door, and that can be dangerous.
Ooh, that was a nice little tricky shot there. Leo throws a looping right hand, comes up with a short left uppercut that splits the guard, catches kameda up the middle. Ooh, big right hand.
Clash of heads.
Did he land the right hand, or is it just the head?
I think he landed on the side. They don't want to show us that. I'm not over there.
When both guys are throwing explosive out of nowhere shots like that, head clashes become
because they both explode in at the same time.
We start round number 3.
Nice jab from kameda to start.
Angelo Leo so far doing a good job, as you said, establishing that lead jab. He's thrown enough hooks to keep kameda honest. Kameda, though, in round number 2, starting to open up with combinations.
Both men very sharp.
Yeah, both guys trying to get each other out of position, feinting, change the level. You see kameda with that tall body obviously changes levels a lot. One of his tricky moves. Tell you, Leo trying that little left hand uppercut again.
Yeah, because look at kameda's head. He fights over that front foot.
Yeah.
He is a left hooker, so he fights very much leading on that heavy front foot. He's going to be there for the uppercuts, even being the taller man.
And that's also what possibly causes this clash of heads too, champ.
Absolutely. Taller man bending over.
I remember Barnum Forrest used to get a lot of clashes of heads.
Very, very tall for the weight. Here it is again.
Likes that sneaky lead uppercut.
It's a throwaway right hand lead uppercut.
You can sort of see what Leo worked on in camp, right? I mean, the body shots, because he sort of sometimes gets too excited and throws them from too far away. And also this lead left uppercut. We just trying to find.
Another one.
Yeah, this fight might not go too well because of this. These clashes of heads, guys.
No cuts yet, thankfully.
Yeah, both guys are very willing to engage, and they're explosive in their initial movements.
Well, can the clashes of heads start to create apprehension on one of them or both of them?
Well, he who hesitates is lost. That's common, but in this fight, it's definitely a truism.
If I'm in the corner of either man, because you see the writing on the wall with these headbutts, get out to an early lead. If we get a technical decision, you want to make sure you're ahead.
Body shot by Leo.
And a jab.
Remember, champ, you said the judges like guys come forward in Japan. It's been kameda coming forward.
Hopefully they're paying attention because Leo is landing the better shots.
Long way from Florida, champ.
Yeah. Very, very composed kameda tonight. I'm impressed. I'm used to seeing him be a lot more aggressive.
Yeah, and Leo, very tactical so far, you know, taking his shots. Starting to really, that shot selection starting to come into play very well here for Leo, going to the body, going to the head, using that jab, and of course the uppercut there as well. Kameda, though, looking to throw hard shots, guys.
Ooh,
Nice combination
finish.
to punctuate the round.
That was
Maybe in round number 4, scheduled for 12. It looks like the battle lines have been set. Paulie, we talk about it all the time. The first 4 rounds, you see what the game plan is of each fight, right?
Yeah.
You don't know if it's going to go all the way to 12 rounds, but you see what both fighters worked on. Angelo Leo doing great work with that lead hand.
Yeah, and Kameda, you could see, also wanted to establish his jab, but it's been Leo starting to sort of take over with the left hand. He's got a more educated left hand in that he can do more things with it. It's more versatile. Kameda's left hand not bad. I like how he doubles and triples up with the jab and those zone hooks, but Leo has a nice, distinguished, educated left hand, and truly he disguises all the punches with it.
He's got a very varied offense in general, though. He punches well with both hands. He mixes up his shots. You can see a variety in his punch selection. Good feint there. Kameda doing a great job holding position, just like you said, Champ, when he was warming up. He's controlled the center of the ring for the majority of the fight. Very composed.
But he's starting to not be first consistently. And even if you control center ring,
Right.
if you're not first, you're last. To quote, Ricky Bobby's father in Talladega Nights.
Yeah, first or last.
you gotta eventually start getting shots off. Leo being more consistently first, especially with that educated left hand.
Leo needs to stay busy with that lead hand because Kameda keeps coming into his head just like that. You got a guy who's coming forward with his head, put that jab on it.
And you see there, he comes in with his head first, and then he looks to put you out of position. He uses the head to try to put you out of position. It's a veteran tactic. It's a little bit on the dirty side, actually. But you see what Kameda does. He actually flies in with his head, so you lose position.
And then throws left hook.
And then he'll try to throw a punch off that busted position that he caused you.
Kameda's also throwing less and less punches.
And Chris, from the beginning, Angelo Leo doing a good job of splitting the guard with that lead jab.
Yeah, he's being precise. He's putting his punches in the right place. Even when, oh, good body shot at the end of that right hand. Good right hook there from Kameda.
Yeah, good counter there. Kameda's still lively.
Yeah. He wins those shots. Good right
Another
hand.
good right hand again. That right hand has found Leo here at times in this fight. It's a weapon that Kameda could probably use more of. Probably should throw a little bit more right hands and look to set it up more.
Especially
Leo,
this fighter who's using the lead hand so well, it does make you vulnerable to the right.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. It would also maybe force Leo to keep his left hand home more.
It's a tricky shot. That right hand, the way that he loops it around the glove. Kameda.
Yeah, and it's long and rangy.
Yeah, you can tell Kameda looks for speed with straight punches and power with his hooks with both hands.
There it is again, using his head to move Leo back and then try to throw you out of position. Because usually the throwaway punches put you out of position. But Kameda uses his head to put you out of position, and then he throws whatever he wants to look in the land.
Which is why I was saying Leo needs to get busy with that lead hand, get that jab. Nice and short, mid-range jab.
One thing if you're wondering about beginning round number 5, Chris, is if we thought Kameda was shot, that has not been the case. He's looked very good.
Very sharp. He looks very, very sharp, and his reactions are good. That's usually the thing that goes first is someone's reactions. Certainly not shot. You know, and Leo's only 2 years younger than Kameda. Oh, body shots. But Kameda came on and landed some good shots.
That's the combination that knocked out Plania.
Yeah, that left hook.
Set up by that little short uppercut inside.
Leo just came with his own right hook. That landed pretty well and got Kameda out of position. Kameda said it was behind the head. Didn't look it to me.
You see how relaxed they are right in front of each other. See, when you're at this distance, you got to be really sharp, really focused to fight at this distance. Both guys trying to hold this position. When I set the other guy up. Look how close they are. Good counter jab there from
Nice
Kameda.
jab. Stiff shot there from an overextended Leo. And Leo was at the wrong distance, tried to pop a right hand.
Again, back at this distance. Look, you got to be real comfortable, stay calm at this distance.
Double leg.
He got pushed. He's like, you know what? I can pick you up too. I can make this physical. You want to make it physical?
That's another big brother move too, to show a guy how strong you are. Lift him off his feet. Angelo Leo now going back to the jab.
You know, Leo consistent with a good body shot there from Kameda on the inside. That was a nice little shuttle punch.
Yeah, he found some space for that one. Now they're both getting out of this, the body shot battle.
The Mexican-American versus the Japanese-American. Left hooks to the body are going to be...
The Japanese-Mexican.
Yeah.
Japanese-Mexican.
Now it's a macho fight.
Complain about a low blow? Referee says, I didn't see it. Fight on.
Referee's like, guys, you want to take it to this kind of fight?
Yeah, you want to make it rough.
Suit yourselves.
Yeah, I'll let you guys make it rough. Just leave me out of it. Yeah, I mean, Leo, when he gets on that jab, he shows the separation.
That's smart too, because it's a little change of pace there. You make Kameda think you're gonna start banging away body shots, and start all of a sudden using your jab and throwing it off. Kameda's still trying to get back to the body though a second ago.
Both fighters committed to the body early. Wondering who would make that commitment. It turns out it's both of them.
Well, it seems like they made a decision, an unspoken agreement. It's like, all right, we're gonna bang each other with left hooks now to the body. Kameda's trying to out-Mexican the Mexican. Yeah, I don't like that posing there. You got to get on that jab, and Leo did.
Left hand is getting off more shots together. Then when they got in the phone booth, yeah, they go back and forth with those body shots and whatnot. But I think at mid-range, Leo has done a pretty good job of being first more consistently.
And in round number 6, scheduled for 12.
I just thought that Leo last round, especially early on, got a little too over-anxious with punches like that.
Yeah.
And we actually got caught. Very eye-catching shots, that first jab. And then also it looked like he got bent over with a body shot at one point.
Yeah, he allowed Kameda to sort of get comfortable at close range last round in those spots. You see again, Kameda using the head to back Leo off and then trying to punch once he breaks his position.
Kameda loves when he's got you pinned on the ropes.
But at this range here is where Leo was being first more consistently. Is Kameda going to make sure that changes?
Yeah, the Leo jab, it makes this fight very, very different. Oh, nice combination.
Ending with the body shot from Leo.
You see Kameda holding on for the first time.
He may have felt that body shot.
Does Leo sense it? That was all set up by the jab. Once again, when Leo is jabbing, this is a whole different fight.
Also, like I said, Kameda at this range, comfortable, but waits a lot.
Yes.
Leo has typically done a better job of being first here.
Leo needs to be smart and not get caught up in that waiting game as well. You don't want to have a staring contest.
Good job on this round 6 of staying on his bike, not posing, jabbing and then moving, Chris.
Yeah, he's doubling that jab up beautifully. And this is a round where Kameda is falling behind in terms of output. And it becomes apparent.
Because a lot of times what Kameda's doing is he's trying to come forward, but he's not punching. So he comes forward and then he's the one that gets hit.
Leo is actually showing some pretty good footwork here, being efficient with the lateral movement, but also firing off that. So this is where Kameda usually does his best work. When he's got his opponent against the ropes, he likes to let his hands go. A little bit of shoe shine, long straight punches, and then tries to land some big hooks.
So Leo does a good job there, smothering.
Yes, like this. Showing some physicality there.
High guard, close range.
Leo's had his hand up for all those punches. Good body shot around the elbow.
And now Kameda getting shots off though.
Yeah. Trying to take back the round. Okay, first warning about the head. Back comes Leo with the jab. Smart. Another headbutt.
Again. Usually he's giving the illusion of the head, but Leo's going back, so he's not catching the butt. In that moment in the replay, you saw Kameda actually use his head to shift Leo. He actually pushed him off with the head, so that's why the referee caught it. What the rest not catching is, when Kameda uses his head to literally force Leo back.
Second half of the fight here. Round 7 of a 12-rounder. Very nip-tuck affair, back and forth.
Yeah, a lot of fights still left to go, guys, and this fight's going to be decided in the second half.
We saw a lot of back and forth, ebbs and flows so far, but you expect from two high-level guys. Kameda tried to steal that last round with some flurries after starting out slow. I still gave the round to Leo, but here, Kameda coming out a little bit faster.
Gentlemen, it also just shows the absurdity of Leo being a 6-1 favorite in this fight. Absolutely absurd. This has been a close fight.
Especially in the guy's home country. Maybe they don't know something. Maybe they know something we don't know.
Kameda has been typically in this fight controlling the center.
He should be cutting the ring off here, though. Leo just circled the ring completely. I know Kameda wants to impose himself physically there. Like right here, he should be cutting off the ring better. There he is now. He's forced Leo. Where you can make him a bit more uncomfortable if you're going to put that kind of pressure on him. Because if Leo getting off those shots, Leo does a good job of smothering. And that's why also Kameda likes to use his head there too, because it prevents Leo from smothering. It forces Leo to go backward instead of forward. That's
oh,
nice
well-timed uppercut.
That could have been ugly. Another one.
Oh, into the body. But back comes Kameda with the fast hands, but like as you said, Champ, Leo smothering the fast hands. Good, smart move when you got a guy who likes to let his hands go that way. Good jab again, steps in, ties him up. Leo showing a lot of craft here.
Yeah,
you see Kameda wiping his forehead? It's from that uppercut. Starting to feel the swelling.
Yeah, that landed in a weird spot, man.
Yeah, it was kind of like a forehead.
Top of the eye, right?
Yeah, like middle of the eye to one side, but you saw him wipe that forehead several times. Like this, Leo changing levels, up and down, giving different looks, back to the jab. Actually backing Kameda up for the first time.
Yeah, off that feint double jab. That's what I mean. Sometimes the subtle things that'll back guys up.
I really think that uppercut bothered Kameda. I think he's still thinking about it.
Because that one also came with the right hand. It had been the left uppercut that Leo had been using, and he's still using, but that one surprised him with the right one. I don't think Kameda expected it. Kameda still explodes in at times.
Man, good timing on his uppercuts as Kameda has been coming in. Again, round number 8. The question here, gentlemen, is can Leo really start separating himself late?
He's going to need to. I mean, you're fighting in the guy's hometown. We got a close fight. We got close rounds. I have Leo slightly ahead, but this is a very, very close fight.
Yeah, optics, like you said, Jimmy, earlier in the fight, optics, they can go a long way. I think Leo has been slightly better with punch selection,
jab,
being first, being with the jab. I think he's been slightly better, but Kameda's also been good, so it's been close.
But as we say, greatness shows over time. A lot of times a better boxer, really in those last few rounds, and we're in round number 8. That's when they start separating themselves.
Kameda's been very good about being a veteran, stealing rounds, stealing moments, eye-catching shots, flurries, splash,
because he also doesn't break position when Leo punches. Right. So, Leo does a good job of being first, and you got to catch that. But Kameda will do a good job of making it look like it's not really a lot going on, even when Leo's throwing, by not breaking position. But what I notice is that Leo's first more of the time, and for me that counts for a lot. Kameda does a lot of waiting.
He charges up to be explosive.
Well, he's first here, though.
That right hand looked like it landed, but I'm not sure if it did. It looked like it was one of those ones that chops your glove down, and you roll with it, but... Nice stiff jab right through the middle, splits the guard.
Yeah, and that's, again, Leo going back to being first.
Yeah, not a lot of tick-tock from the head movement of Kameda, so that jab down the middle has been a consistent weapon.
Good body shot by Kameda there, though, and then see Leo with the combination coming right back. That talk about eye-catching. That's more, to me, that's more eye-catching because he's going upstairs, he's going downstairs, he's picking the shots well, and then he's smothering here, smothering the work of Kameda in return.
Kameda throw 2 nasty uppercuts.
That's a nice one, another one.
Yeah, he's sticking with those uppercuts.
Leo's got to be careful in there with these uppercuts.
Uppercuts do damage.
Another one. That one backed Leo off.
I was
I think
gonna
at a
say,
certain point, though, you gotta, especially with your Leo, your left hooker. You see Kameda keep constantly
Yes.
throwing that right uppercut. You gotta start trying to time it with the left hook if you're gonna stay in there like that.
shoulder push off there from Leo.
20 seconds left to go in round number 8.
Heads came together once again.
Well, it's been a very close round.
And Kameda's picking his spots. Get different scores potentially.
Especially from the defensive aspect, you ride with it. So it looks like sometimes you get hit with it.
Right. One of the reasons I hate long hair, because it moves even when it doesn't hit you.
And then it gets wet, and
Yep,
splashes.
It looks dramatic.
Not a problem I've ever had, gentlemen. But now as we go to round number 9, Angelo Leo can put a stamp on these last 4 rounds.
Nice
See
combination.
Kameda, remember Kameda doing what he was doing on the pads earlier. Remember, the shot's coming at him, and what does he do? Holds his ground and continues to press forward, Doesn't want to break position, wants to keep that mental stress on Leo. Then he backs him up with the head there, like I said earlier. Force Leo back as he's flowing with his head, and then he tried to throw that body shot.
Now, Kameda has never been knocked out in his professional career, 46 pro fights.
Yeah, we were talking about the Kameda brothers. They both have combined over 80 professional fights. Neither one has ever been stopped. You know, power is God-given. Turns out so is the chin.
Yeah. And it's also mindset too, right?
Yeah, and genetics.
A lot of factors go into it.
Genetics.
Whatever it is, whatever combination it is, Kameda has it.
Getting real physical in there, guys.
And both guys are throwing deadly, lethal punches on the inside. These uppercuts have been real nasty.
He's going to try to grab this bull by the horns as we approach the last 3.5 rounds here of the fight.
You know, it's interesting because in totality, I like the work of Leo. He's busier, he's first, his jab has been consistent. I think he's landed overall the better punches, but Kameda's ability to steal moments in rounds at the
right
right
hand
time,
from
good
Leo.
right hand. I was saying Kameda has the ability to steal moments in rounds, being such a veteran, that he's making this a much closer fight, scoring-wise, than you may think.
Again, even physically, you see what he's doing there. You see he's using the head. He popped Leo's head up there.
And grabbing the arm on the opposite side of the ref. But Leo always goes back to that jab, and it lands. It's
As
not.
you said, there's not a lot of TikTok on the head of Kameda, right? Not a lot of head movement.
He's high guard, right down the middle's open.
So the straight punches are there to land.
And there's a lot of chipping away from Leo, and then Kameda will throw this big slashing shot and make a noise and
Good body shot by Kameda and double it up there. Kameda has good snappy shots that do
Yes.
catch the eye.
Steals moments. Good right hand. So that was a good round for Leo, and then Kameda came back.
Tomoki Kameda looking for a career redefiner tonight in Osaka, Japan. Angelo Leo a 6-1 favorite, and we have a very, very close fight.
And these last 3 rounds could be very, very crucial, guys.
Round 10, Angelo Leo sprinting across the ring.
Yeah, he knows it.
Yeah.
He knows the situation he's in. One thing I was very impressed with Angelo Leo when he won the title against Venado Lopez was his conditioning. He showed that was a high output fight. He got hit with some big shots, but came on strong when it mattered. See if he can do that again tonight. So I do believe he's going to need it.
Kameda has not slowed down throughout this fight. Very good at taking the real estate.
There's a rare jab from Kameda.
Yeah, and Leo came up short with the counter right. Kameda starting this round well.
Very well.
Leo came out fast. It's not working out in his favor.
Yeah, and Kameda telling him, let's bring it.
Another headbutt.
Leo's punch is a little arm weary, guys.
Been hit with some good body shots. Kameda's body shot's kind of tricky. It's not loopy.
Yeah.
It's tight.
And this Japanese crowd reacts every time Kameda lands.
Ooh. There's more snap on the shots of Kameda.
Yeah.
Are those catching the eyes more of the judge and the crowd? And Leo starting to back out of those in tight quarters.
We're seeing the game plan of Kameda now, like you were talking about when he was warming up, the holding position, walking through shots.
Yeah. Leo lanes, but Kameda doesn't back off. And now is it going to be a battle of attrition here when both guys are going to try to get the other guy to back off?
And Kameda answers everything. Even when he gets hit with good shots, he comes right back.
We are at the point in the fight where somebody's got to take the bull by the horns and try to be the difference maker.
So far in this round, it's Kameda, although good combination by Angelo Leo.
Again, he uses the head. That's where the referee's not catching.
He only warned him once. It's been all night, though.
And that was when it was obvious, when he literally just used it to push. Like there he's pushing there as well.
Thinking about a low blow there.
Kameda may take a break, but you know what? I bet you clock's still running though. Timekeeper didn't stop the clock.
I don't know if the referee has called timeout.
It's a little home cooking there. He's able to talk to the ref, tell the ref what's going on, and chop down on the time because Leo was really coming on.
10 seconds left.
This round started really good for Kameda, but ended good with Leo.
Again, that flurry from Kameda.
Yeah. The timing of winning moments at the right
He's a vet.
part of the round. Very, very good veteran tactics from Kameda.
It was. The last one we have is just under 400. It was like 398.
Yeah, this is why we say throughout the odds when we talk about pro box fights. Even at the championship level.
Angelo Leo trying to take some real estate away from Kameda.
Well, he's doing a good job. Kameda was using the head. Angelo used the shoulder there.
Yeah, you got to kind of get underneath the head of Kameda to use that leverage and push him off if you're going to do that.
Yeah, I was going to say too much waiting there, but the jab has always been the separator. And that was the big difference early on in the fight for me. And Leo got away from it.
And that's also the only thing that really backs off Kameda too.
Right.
You know, Leo throws power and Kameda holds his position. But when Leo starts jabbing at mid-range, it actually backs off Kameda.
Another warning about a low blow.
A point deduction would be
Disastrous.
disastrous here for Leo. He's got to get on that jab. I don't know. He had such good success with that early on. And I thought it was really separating him in this fight because when they're going punch for punch, Kameda is just so tricky at stealing moments and rounds. And he's so durable. Walks through the shots, holds position, responds immediately.
It's like a warning for
about
what?
the head.
Or behind the back.
I believe it was the head, but
So both guys are on their final warning for something. Leo is for low blow.
Don't like that move. I know it worked early, but it's
Especially
very
when you're a little
dangerous
tired,
fight.
when you're getting tired, your arms are arm weary. They get a little wider, so it gets a little bit more sloppy. You can pay for that.
And especially when the jab has been so effective. The lead right hand isn't there anymore. The jab is the weapon. Nice combinations there from Leo, but he stays in the pocket and allows Kameda to come back. Good break there by the ref.
Well, also taking care of some tape on the.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
The
Because
clock still goes. They don't stop the clock. Oh, there it goes.
Remember, we're trying to adapt here in the United States. The timekeeper in Japan.
Let's see. Champ, you're making a great point about the jab. It's also been the only punch that has backed off Kameda and broken his position. I think Leo has to really focus on that.
it's really been the only punch that's been consistent for either man. Neither man has been able to really establish any particular shot all night long, other than Leo's jab, which is worked in round 1 and is working here in round 11.
Good round so far for Angelo Leo.
Yeah, very good round here.
As you said, Chris, staying behind that jab.
Also, he's taking the power off.
Is Kameda going to start to steal it? Let's see.
Gonna try.
He's going to see the 10-second tap. Let's see if Leo does anything about it.
I'm Leo. I'm moving right now. Step away, create distance. You've already got the round.
Painted his way out.
Nice.
All right, coming down.
This is an American job.
Filipino versus a Japanese fighter. We had one judge from Japan, one from the Philippines, one from the United States. Angelo Leo definitely needing this round 12 to retain his title.
I think it's probably neither guy should bank on trying to lose it. I'm thinking they don't need this round.
They can coast.
Yeah.
No.
I think both guys should be fighting in round 12 here.
Now, how much does Kameda have left? Because he did not have a big spirited effort in round 11, and Leo did.
You see you see the straight, but you see the straight punches. They backed off Kameda. Those are what backed Kameda up, because he can't hold position on straight punches because it's too far away. So he wants to get inside those straight punches. While when you start arcing punches, and even if you're throwing power, Kameda does a good job of holding position. You see again. So Leo with the jab and straight right hands and even the simple punches will probably do a better job of controlling range at Kameda. And then once in a while surprise him with a body shot like that.
As you said, Chris, not a spirited round 11. And right now, Angelo Leo in charge of round 12.
Yeah, and he made an adjustment last round. He took the power off the shots. He went back to the straight punches, the fundamentals. Ooh, nice combination.
Good job.
Nice
combination and out.
And he caught the left hand on the glove.
Took a page off Kameda with the flurries.
Nah, he made a good adjustment here. He's got a good gas tank. He's feeling good. Ooh, got hit with a big right hand there.
Hey, Kameda trying to get it back now in the second half of the round.
Yeah, but Angelo's letting him come in too close. He's got to get back on that jab. There it is. The double jab consistently holds Kameda at bay.
Oh. Good right hand from Leo.
After he just taken one from Kameda.
Is that swelling around the eye of Kameda, the left eye? It's hard to tell. Looks like a shadow or bruising.
See the head again. Kameda just literally uses it as a battering ram. Just tries to push Leo out of position.
Yeah, that left eye of Kameda.
I see some swelling. Yeah. You're right, on the cheek and the eye.
Their heads keep going together.
40 seconds left to go. Good right hand from Kameda.
I think Leo's had a good round so far, though,
yeah,
guys.
Absolutely.
Very good.
11 and 12 for Leo have been really smart. Good adjustments, nice body shot there. Good smother as well.
Crossroads fight for both fighters. Which way will it go? 10 seconds left to go in the final round.
Kameda's going to try to flurry. Let's see what Leo does here.
Keep it simple, the jab. Ooh, big right hand from Kameda. Another one.
And that is it. It is up to the judges, gentlemen.
He didn't keep it simple late, though.
採点の結果を発表いたします。
Yeah, the judges' scorecard's quick, man.
Ready to go.
Nail biter here.
カール・ザピア115対113。ジャッジジルコー116対112。
What if you're late on
ジャッジリチャード・ブロアン114対114。以上2対0の判定により勝者 IBF 世界フェザー級チャンピオンアンジェロ
Leo wins it in a very difficult, tough fight. Chris, Paulie, none of this came easy tonight.
No.
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 Not
Job done.
ありがとうございます。今日はいい試合ができたと思います。友樹選手も強かったです。
こう試合が終わった瞬間はどうなんでしょう。勝ったという確信を持てたんでしょうか。
So when you hear the final bell, did you feel like you won the fight?
Yeah, I did. I think I outpointed him. I landed more shots on him, and I think that's what won me the fight.
はい、試合が終わった瞬間、自分が勝ったと確信しました。
kameda選手非常に強かったというコメントですが、具体的にどういうところが戦ってて強いなと感じられましたか。
So what did you feel like Tomoki? What was the best from him?
Yeah, Tomoki, he was a lot stronger than I expected. He's really fast with the punches, but it was everything I expected except for the power. He had a little bit more power than when I sparred him.
友樹選手は思っていたよりもいい選手でした。スピード。
大阪のボクシングファンの皆様に最後メッセージをお願いいたします。
Please give the comment to the fans, Osaka.
What's that?
Please give the boxing fans to the Osaka people, please.
I just want to thank all the fans in Osaka. You guys are great. I hope to come back in the summer and enjoy my time out here.
大阪の皆さんありがとうございました。また夏に戻ってきたいと思います。また旅行で戻ってきます。ありがとうございました。
おめでとうございました。
Of course, he would love to come back to Japan and enjoy his time because
Who wouldn't?